Welcome back, guys, to chapter 4 of the Black Mesa Let's Play. Yes, in the last video we played Unforeseen Consequences. We now reached Office Complex with the elevator. We entered in the last video. And yes, now we are in this very familiar corridor with the electrocuted water. And let's check out this vent which has been blown open. Actually, since this is my first Let's Play series, I have none to minimal experience in uploading the videos and rendering before in Sony Vegas. So yes, I had to cut some of the videos together to render them again to 1080 pixels in quality. So it took me a day now to properly render the last video to upload it to YouTube today. So yes, I will try to make the chapters a bit faster to shorten the video length in total. So yes, let's play this chapter. We just switched off the electricity to reach the next corridor, and there we have this very fitting atmospheric music again. Overall, I can really recommend the game, even though it's still 20 euros on Steam. It's definitely worth a look to spend this money to support Valve software on Steam, and the developers which spend so much of their free time on this project, which has been very ambitious from the beginning, and it came out so well. So come on, die, bitch. Sorry for the swearing. But since this is a mature-only game, I guess only people over 18 years are watching the video, huh? Just kidding. Yes, like I said in the previous videos, the basic structure of the chapters are still the same, but very much overall very expanded and more decorated than before.
Thanks. I owe you one.
This is normally the part where you get the shotgun, so but if I remember correctly, you get the Magnum here.
If you want, go take a look-see. Gary.
Which is actually, yes, there we have it, the 44 Magnum, which has an ADS feature.
Any idea of how many of our crew have died?
What's really fitting into the current generation of first-person shooters. In Half-Life 1, the Magnum didn't have any secondary fire, so and in multiplayer in Half-Life 1 it just had this red dot laser pointer, which was functioning as a scope. And now we have this zoom feature with ADS, which is actually the first weapon in a Source Engine game. Not really in the Source Engine game, but in a Half-Life game which features real scripted and worked out ADS. And overall I can say the Magnum is the most versatile weapon in the game in the later chapters. You will always find enough ammo for it, and it deals a very high amount of damage which comes very handy against the HECU units, also known as the soldiers or grunts, later in the game, and of course against the aliens. Like the Vortigons or the reptiles, which are spitting acid against you. Overall, I can say that the weapons you will use the most in Black Mesa will be the shotgun and the 44 Magnum. At least it was for me like that. So yes, this is the point where you reach this automatic gun. Which can be used against these head traps. Yes, this is pretty much all of them. Don't forget to quick save. As you can see, the game is actually really taking all of the attention you have, because the game plays so fluently and is so much fun to play. So you often and easily forget to quick save, which makes it a bit more frustrating when you die and have to repeat a longer term of the chapters or a longer part. And yes, in Black Mesa the security guards are all also featuring... he bugged out somehow.
I heard screams up ahead. You first.
They also added new dialogue, so it's not a one-to-one remake, like I said before. Yes, and the security guards are also wielding other weaponry than just the 9mm pistol like in Half-Life 1. The security guard is wielding a 44 Magnum, and later security guards will wield some shotguns, so they are a bit more useful against other enemies than just wielding this weak 9mm pistol in comparison to like the MP5 or the shotguns which are wielded by the soldiers in the later game. So now they are really helping the player to achieve the goal of the game. Yummy! I hope you didn't have lunch shortly before.
I don't think we should stick around.
Ah, great.
Watch out for those little buggers. Good shot, Doc. Ah! Kinda got this way.
This is one of the blue screens I mentioned. This Black Mesa OS application is stopped responding to the system. I love the amount of love and detail they have added to the game, so can't say it often enough. Hey, don't take a nap here. What the fuck?
Sorry, man.
And they actually re-added the gore, so you can actually give enemies and aliens and humans, so
Are we getting any closer?
this blood pouring from the corpse is actually new features which hasn't been in Half-Life 2 or its episodes. But it really adds to the original feeling of the first game, where you also were able to give and tore enemies apart, to tear them apart.
Minor lacerations detected. Warning. Vital signs critical.
Somehow he's bugged. He's not shooting at the enemies.
Van friggin' test.
Well, but like I said, there will be coming a December patch, which will be, according to the development team, they said it will feature a huge amount of
Sorry, Freeman.
bug fixes and adds new features. So I really hope that. Normally he should make this way clear.
Oh, what's that stench?
Okay.
Stay back! Take her! It's not my time!
Don't worry, he's human. If you're trying to escape, I'm coming with you.
I'm not so sure we should go to the surface.
And
What
Black
if the
Mesa
world
is also
finds
the
out
first
what we're doing
is
down here?
featuring
Suit
all
yourself,
new female
Clifford.
scientists, both in single
All
player
right,
and
which
multiplayer,
way out of here?
which is also adding to the realism featuring of the game.
Good show. Beg pardon.
As far as I can remember, there was this secret passage. Yes, it's right here.
Minor lacerations.
Precisely.
This vent was also in Half-Life 1, which was leading up to a little room in the attic, where a security turret is placed in the ceiling. But actually, this is leading to a work-in-progress elevator shaft. That was close. Actually, it wasn't that close, because I have tried to make it crush me, but it won't come down until you enter this vent over there. So it won't. It isn't even able to crush you. That event is totally scripted. One of the countless shortcuts in the game. It always feels good to deal a one-shot kill. And this game is also a game which is featuring them.
What are you still doing down here? Get topside. I hear troops are coming in to save us.
Ah, shit. Just messing around. And that's the point where I forget quick saving. So once again,
Minor lacerations detected.
Don't forget it this time. And as you saw, it's still possible to pick up grenades if they are, have been triggered already, like in Half-Life 2, which comes very handy because now you can throw back grenades which are thrown by human enemies, which you will be encountering in the later game. And it actually feels like Half-Life because you are climbing through this endless vent shafts.
Ammunition depleted. Major lacerations detected.
The reaction times of the zombies have also been set to those of Half-Life 2, so they are actually a bit more threatening than the ones in Half-Life 1, where almost every attack was predictable. Maybe it also depends to the difficulty setting, but I don't know about that. As you see, they are pretty fast, and the distance they can attack you is rather high, so you actually have to be very careful with those guys. This is a little puzzle game. Let's see, where is this this wheel? When I see this thing, this meat hook, I missed the gravity gun from Half-Life 2. But in the chronological order, the gravity gun didn't even exist to this point. Where was that wheel? Ah, there it is. And rather than in Half-Life 1, where we were just pushing this button or pulling this lever, I don't remember which was it in particular, we're now manually adjusting the position of this platform to build a bridge over between those two vent shafts. So let's see. This should do the trick. Not quite. Just a bit to the right. This could work. Let's try it.
I thought I'd be protected in here. Is there no safe haven from these abominations?
I don't remember if the scientists are still able to give you some first aid with a syringe. Actually, no. I tried to press E, but she doesn't do anything. So it appears it seems to that it's not possible anymore. Like in Half-Life 1, where the scientists were able to give you some first aid by giving you some medication with a syringe, which was filling up your health by 25 health points. So this is the spot. Oh yes, it works. Okay. I think in the mod version of 2012 you had to adjust the platform very precisely between the two vent shafts, otherwise you won't be able to cross it. It was like there were some invisible walls on this platform, so you weren't able to get on it in the first place. This is the part where you have to trigger the event before you are able to turn the gas off. And now, as we are accessing the freezing chambers, we're coming close to We've Got Hostiles, the chapter 5. Which will also end the part of this part of the Let's Play series.
Don't count on the cavalry finding us down here, Doc. We gotta head for the surface.
But with all the elevators out of order...
I can see you.
Still closed.
There's no way I can make that jump across that shaft. I failed physical education.
I like the comments of the scientists on some of the events. And this gallery, as far as I can remember, wasn't here in Half-Life 1, or was it? Well, it has been some time since I played the first game.
It may be in your best interest to reload. I can't hold on much longer. Help!
Okay, this is the elevator which is taking me to We've Got Hostiles, and this is where I will end this chapter and this part of the Let's Play, and I think I will see you again in the next part. Part 5 with We've Got Hostiles and our first encounter with human enemies. So, until then, Anarchy out.